My name is Omolade and I am a chartered accountant. I wrote corporate reporting in May. We just went to freestyle it. And I was like, okay, let me see what's like, there was that can happen. Let me just like add it. I failed. I got 5.
Accept that shock.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to my ICAN journey series. My name is Omolade and I am a chartered accountant. I started documenting my ICAN journey when I started writing my exam on my laptop actually. That was before I became a YouTuber.
So I decided to make this video because I feel like I want to come back to this video in June or July to just watch it. So yeah. So today is the 28th of January. 28th of January, yeah. And we have started preparing for our exam. My exam, ICAN. I'm using my laptop to record, and this is like we preparing. We're preparing, fingers crossed, we have to pass this exam because I believe I have faith in God that I have everything I need to pass this exam.
Just wanted to document the experience. I forgot to record at some point.
This is week 7, I think. Or week 8. Week 7. And we are reading just 107. Yeah. And we are trying to burn candles.
I decided to finish it and just share to the world how I prepared for my exams. So yeah, firstly was to when I started because I started writing ICAN in school when I was in uni, but I stopped at some point because I was discouraged. Of course, like I failed some, so I was discouraged, and just like fuck it. So, but yeah, I started working, and I still didn't write. I was just like, I can actually write it. Oh yeah, the reason why I started writing was because ICAN has this 5-year rule thing. After the 5th year, if you don't pass all your exams, then you have to rewrite again. And I was like, oh, this year is actually my last year. I had like 4 papers to write. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me try. I can take 3 now and write the remaining one, which is SFM. I can write the remaining one in November. So I wrote mid-diet. I wrote 3. I passed. I think I passed 1 and I failed the rest. I was discouraged because I was like, how do you expect me to write SFM, CR, and which one again, and tax all together? I was like, 10th of May, and we have 4 days to our exam. You can see the difference, like my face, everything with the previous videos. Like I'm going through a lot of pressure. It just feels like I haven't done enough, and time keeps going and going and going. Firstly, what helped me, or what I did for each year, I write the year number 1. For tax, for example, what's number 1 question? Company income tax. Number 2, this, and then I also, because at the solution part, they always write students failed this topic. So the students should try to read more on this, because they always give hints or something, like a note or something. So I always write it down so I know that when I'm working on this topic, I know to try my best to, because most people don't pass this particular topic. So I did that for the 10 years. So anytime I'm reading, if I'm reading company income tax, for example, I know that I go to the past question and I see where was it asked, and I go, oh, 2017 number 2, and I try to solve it. Or is it double taxation? I go to maybe 2018 number 3, and I try to solve out, or try to see how they ask the question. I feel like that helped me because I was able to have an idea, and it was also more of like an assessment, because after I read it, I'm like, okay, let me see if I can solve this question, and then yeah, like that. So that one really helped me. Also, because I read it. Yeah, also tutorial. I feel like everybody, all my friends that that wrote or are writing, I recommended this particular tutorial center to them because they really helped me. I wrote in May. I wrote corporate reporting in May. We just went to freestyle it, and I was like, okay, let me see what's like, there was that can happen. Let me just like add it. I failed. I got 5.
Me myself I shock. Even me myself I shock.
I still tell my colleagues today that the only question I knew was how do you recognize revenue? And I think that was the 5 I knew that I wrote. Maybe I wrote 3 or 4 or 5, but yeah, that was the only question. Because I was like, why am I seeing calculations in corporate reporting? Because when I was reading on my own, I was seeing notes.
Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm freaking out.
I really have an issue with corporate reporting. I just feel like from the start, it wasn't like my what's it called go to. Always like, oh, I'll read it tomorrow, and then I don't know, but like I just feel like I need enough time for corporate reporting. So I've been reading corporate reporting, and then yeah, but like at one point I was like, maybe I shouldn't add it to the exam I'm writing this diet. Maybe I should write it to the next diet. But like I'm just like, there's no harm in trying, right? I'm just trying not to put so much pressure into this exam. Like I like the main goal is not to put pressure. Do what I can do. I've tried my best. I've been reading since. Yeah, and I'll leave the rest for God. You know how exams can be unpredictable. So like I keep saying, I'm putting my best. But I don't know if my best is enough. Today is Friday and I have corporate reporting on Tuesday. And how do I feel towards that? I feel like I don't know. But like while reading yesterday, I was really finding it hard to understand what I was reading. I just want to try it out and see. The goal is to pass this diet, like pass this corporate reporting diet. But if my best is not enough, then we try again. Like there's nothing what's it called? That's life. We keep trying and trying and trying. It's the setup. So yeah, I'm telling myself to finish this topic. I'm currently reading IS 36, that's impairment of assets. So yeah. This is it. And this is where I've been sitting for the past 1-2 weeks. So wake up, asleep, wake up by 2, read, sometimes eat, just finish having a snack.
Back to tutorial. Someone recommended a tutorial center for me, and I didn't know, but it was like a recorded tutorial, and it was on Telegram or so. It was just like I couldn't ask questions, I couldn't do anything, just watch, and it was just so they didn't help. Suddenly I took my own pathfinder. I was reading, thinking that okay, so I was just seeing notes, but corporate reporting is not more. It's not. It's like the calculations of corporate reporting. So yeah, so I think I'll recommend you, like, if for corporate reporting, for tax, for SFM, you need to what's it called, register tutorial center. The tutorial center I use, and ask if you need one. I'll recommend. They really helped me with corporate reporting, because from 5/100 to like getting 70 something over 100 in corporate reporting, that's like a very good, like a very good score. I still tell people, like, it's a very good score. I'm so proud of my corporate reporting, because what ICAN 50 is like the mark that, oh yes, but like when I get 50, I'm like, oh my god, thank you, because it's ICAN. So imagine me getting that score, and I'm like, oh, wow. So yeah, they really helped. The lecturers there, or the tutors there, they were really so nice. They explained like bit by bit. I advise you to register for a tutorial class. It really helps, because it also makes you to like want to try, instead of you just being on yourself in your box trying to read. Yeah. I work, I'm an accountant, child accountant now, but then I was an accountant. After work I come back and I go to the gym too. So after the gym I come back and I try to read something. I just try to read before going to bed. And when I see that I'm so tired, I go to bed and I set an alarm for like 3 or 4, so I can do like 1 or 2 hours before I start getting ready for the day. I was not used to it, so when I come back from work or the gym, I try to read something and then I sleep by like 12. But if I'm so tired and I'm falling asleep, I just close it and then I read in the morning. The most important thing here is that you should write ICAN when you're ready, when you are mentally, financially. I don't think financially because you know I'll be ready. But I feel like you should write ICAN when you are fully ready. Because I think also what really helped me was that I wasn't I wasn't forced to write ICAN. I I decided on my own that I want to write it. That also made me real, like nobody now is forcing me to. Oh, you better go and read. I'm the one paying for it, and I know that yeah, I have to read. And even when I failed, I wasn't scared. That I wasn't scared. Oh my god, I need to check my result because I know my parents paid for my exam or something. I was like, okay, let's just see what's the worst that can happen. I'll fail it and I'll write again and I'll pass. Or I fail again, I'll write again, I'll pass. Life goes on. So when you are ready, it also helps you to read. I remember one thing my dad said when I was writing my SFM, because I would read till morning. I'll be in the kitchen reading just because I feel like if I read in my room, I'll fall asleep. When I told him that I was scared that I didn't know if I was going to pass it, he was like, "Why won't you pass SFM?" Because like you, like I put in the effort because I was reading. Like I will read, because and you know how SFM is. Even the day to of SFM, I couldn't remember anything. I remember telling Oyin that Oyin, I don't think I want to write SFM. I think I'll just write it. I think I'll just like, because I'm not ready. And she was like, what's the worst that can happen? Just go, right? Try what you can write. I know. And I'm so happy that I went because I passed. So yeah, um, yeah, I am super grateful for my friends, my family that was able to, motivate me and made me, it also made me realize that you can actually do what you choose to do or decide to do, because now I'm a child accountant, and yeah. So I just want to tell people that if you're writing your exam, wishing you luck, and I pray that you pass the exam. Please that you be tired, overwhelmed, even discouraged, and like, what am I even doing? I can't remember anything I'm reading. I don't have next to pass it. Like exam is in 3 days, 4 days. I'm not ready. I just feel like you should not give up, because the sleepless nights, late nights, reading, because there's so many things I had to I didn't do because I was writing an exam. Because like I can't do this after I finish my exam. I can't do this. Like, because there's some points that when you're doom scrolling, and then I was like, okay, let me rest for like 5 minutes or like 30 minutes, and I'm doom scrolling. I'm like, oh my god, okay, that's enough. I can do this after I write my exam. When I pass, I can do it. But if I keep doing this now, I'm going to fail my exam, and then I'll have to write the exam again in November, and then I'm able to do scrolling. So I just keep it, and then I read. The exact result came out was in December. Result came out, and I searched for my exam number. I wrote SFM, I wrote CR, and I wrote tax. And I saw my exam number appeared 4/4. That means I passed in SFM, I passed tax, I passed CR, and I also was part of people that was qualified that year. I was in the office, and then I called Oyin. I was like, Oyin, come and see, because I couldn't believe it. I was like, Oyin, come and see. And Oyin started screaming. She was like, oh my god. People were like, what's this? I was like, I am qualified. Nah,